So the search for the next Miami Hurricanes defensive coordinator did not take long, as yesterday it was announced that Lance Guidry, who was just announced as the Tulane defensive coordinator by way of Marshall, was set to join Mario Cristobal and the Hurricanes, and today we need to break this down. Before we can, as always, y'all know the drill. I have got to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Are you excited that Guidry joins the Hurricanes? And let me know what you're thinking. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification. I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you enjoyed the content, be sure to like and comment down below. Those interactions seem small, but they are massive to content creators such as myself. And we're on a push to 20,000 subscribers. I'd love nothing more than to have you a part of this unbelievable community. But having said all that, let's jump right into this. And as I stated in the intro, even though Lance Guidry comes from Tulane, he never actually got to coach a game there. He was hired by Tulane this year and now finds his way to Miami. And first and foremost, before we can dive into this, who is Lance Guidry? Well, Lance Guidry is an individual with a ton of college football experience. However, this is his first Power 5 opportunity. However, when we look at Guidry, there are a few things that I think Miami fans are going to like. First and foremost, it's the areas he's coached in and the recruiting grounds that he's familiar with. He has coached in a lot of the SEC states, and I understand Miami isn't in the SEC, but inevitably, those are the states you're recruiting against by and large. And Lance Guidry is an individual that has experience in the state of Georgia, in the state of Kentucky, in the state of Louisiana, and you like that in your defensive coordinator because those are fertile recruiting grounds. Not to mention, now he's going to Miami, and Florida is as loaded as any state in the nation when it comes to high school talent. So that's an area where I think if you're a Miami fan, you've got to be excited. The recruiting grounds he brings to the table. Another thing you have to be excited about is the results he just fielded with Marshall. He got to Marshall in 2021, and instantly that defense in 2021 finished just inside the top 50 scoring defense in the nation, coming in at 44th. However, during the course of the 2022 season, that defense took a massive step forward, where they finished as a top 10 defense in scoring defense and top 10 in several statistical categories. And that's exactly why so many people were throwing around Lance Guidry's name this offseason, because of the work he did with Marshall. That Marshall defense was really stingy, they were really aggressive, they were able to get tackles for loss, they were able to generate sacks, and they had an impressive season. So Guidry is a name that's been thrown around a bit, but now he actually gets to get his Power 5 opportunity with the Miami Hurricanes. So what does this mean for Miami? What can Miami fans expect with this defense? Well, I just kind of previewed a little bit of it. This is going to be a defense that relies on being sound and technical, but they are going to be aggressive. They're going to pin their ears back and come at you. Whenever we look at the Marshall defense, they were able to generate a lot of tackles for loss, and I think that's going to be the name of the game for Guidry moving to Miami. They want to get after the quarterback. They want to disrupt plays before they ever really start, and I'm excited to see how it all comes together. Now, one thing for Miami that I am really interested in is what moves do you make with the offensive coordinator? Because I know those sound like they're two separate entities, but they're really not. One of the things whenever I was looking into Alabama hiring Kevin Steele that I noticed is that Miami offense really let down that Miami defense. What I mean when I say that is Miami's offense could not control the football. They could not put drives together. And because of that, at the end of so many of these games, you were looking at a Miami defense that was on the field for a disproportionate amount of time. If we look at the Clemson game, Clemson controlled that ball for 38 minutes to Miami's 21 minutes, which was just absolutely wild to me. Miami's offense has got to give the defense every bit of help they can. And if your offense is staying on the sideline, well, by and large, that means your defense is on the field, giving that defense more opportunities to get scored on. So I'm really interested to see what moves Miami makes on that offense. This past year, that Miami offense, not only were they not able to put drives together, but if we look at the Duke game, they had 8 turnovers. So this is something I'm excited to watch moving forward. Even though I think this is a good hire, I am absolutely interested to see what direction the Hurricanes go with this offensive coordinator, because you have to have all of it. You can't just have a part of it to be the team Miami wants to be. You've got to have the offense clicking. You've got to have the defense clicking, and that just wasn't what we saw last year with the Hurricanes. So, really intrigued to see what happens in Mario Cristobal's year 2 with the Canes. This is absolutely something we have got to watch, and the coaching hires we're seeing this offseason, they are compelling, and I can't wait to hear from all of you. Hop down to the comments. Let me know what you're thinking about this hire. Let me know if you're excited or not. That's it. See ya.